Hello, I'm looking at essential gear that you need when you're setting up your home studio. Many people have a desire to set up a home studio, but they don't know where to start. The first one is a computer. That is a desktop computer or a laptop is the main brain of a home studio. Then you need a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. Those are the softwares you use to make your music. There's so many out there in the market. You need to do your research to be able to know which one is suitable for you. Then you have audio interface. Audio interface is a device that helps you to be able to input audio or sound from the microphone into the computer, and also to be able to get sound from the computer into the speakers or studio monitors. You need studio monitors, or rather speakers. There's so many out there, so do your research to be able to know which type. I'm not going to give you any name brand because I think these gears are very personal. You need studio headphones, not in-ear. It's very important to use headphones because when you use in-ears, it's a high chance you're going to damage your ears. And as a producer, I think that is your best tool of trade. So if you damage your ears, you're not going to be able to work as a producer. And then you need microphone. This is maybe the first one you get is usually maybe a vocal microphone, and is usually a condenser microphone. Again, I'm not going to advise on any name brand. You do your research, and depending on your pocket and according to your research, what you're going to feel is going to work for you, please buy that. You need cables, XLR cables to connect microphone to your interface. You need cables for your speakers to your interface. And then we also need a mic stand, and also you need microphone accessories. I spoke about microphone accessories on another video. This one, it's very dependence. I benefit a lot from ear training software. As a producer, it's important to hear different chords, notes. So it's important to have versatile hearing in your field. Ear training software is important, but it's not essential depending on your level of sound theory. My level was really poor when I started, so I needed that to be able to know what notes someone is singing or playing. I'm going to come back to the computer bit of it. So when it comes to the computer, it is directly correlated to the DAW or the computer software that is required for music production. What I can advise is, depending on your budget, if you don't have enough budget, a computer for production of music needs to be quite powerful because the software requires a lot of processing power. So I would recommend to have a minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM, and your storage itself needs to be an SSD, not the hard drive, because the SSD is more advanced than hard drive. SSD is faster. You might buy a computer and maybe it has 4 gig or 2 gig of RAM, or the hard drive is not SSD. You can always buy these things and replace them, which is a bit cheaper. Also, when it comes to the computer, you have two types. You have Windows and you have Mac, or rather Apple computer. An Apple computer can operate almost all DAWs, or rather all the music softwares, but a Windows computers can operate most of them other than Logic or GarageBand. So depending on which software that you prefer working on, I think that is important to understand. But I think the most important thing here is your mentality. And if you have the right mentality, trust me, whatever tool you have, no matter how much it is, can work better than a tool which is more expensive than the one you have. So all the best, and I hope this has been helpful.